So basically, Apna Organics is a family managed business, and I'm the third generation here. And we are in this business since last more than 50 years. My background as education, I have done my undergraduation from UK in form of business administration. Then I did my masters there in marketing. Then I did a specialized course in a school called SP Jain. They are famous for doing family. So that gave me a better outlook how to be in a family business and everything. But regarding chemicals, so we have 11 chemical engineers within the own family. So having that broad background helps us to understand the customer requirement, understand the chemistry, and helps us to cater to the customer needs in a very good way. Very frankly, we have been working in Bangladesh since last 30 years. There have been ups and downs in the market as is given in any business. But recently we are seeing Bangladesh giving importance to good products, good value for money, and customer service. And that is something we excel at right now. So business has been growing very well. We expect it to last couple of years. We are seeing double-digit growths in Bangladesh, and we hope that should continue as even Bangladesh has been growing. Bangladesh is one of the biggest markets in Asia, in the world. We cater to, but apart from that, we are catering to some more markets where we are doing very good business as well. And as a global position, what I can say as India is gaining momentum right now as a manufacturing country. So taking that in account, we believe that there should be significant importance more to be given to India in the future, because people are shifting less from China, because being dependent on one company or one country is very dangerous. Like I explained to you, having a vast experience in this field, we do have a very good idea about products range entirely from pre-treatment, dyeing, finishing to printing. But in Bangladesh, if anyone wants to work, they should know the cultural image of Bangladesh, one. Two, they should know the working style of Bangladesh. So that is very important. And coming to the products, we are catering to like I explained, you are catering to woven, denim, knit dyeing, yarn dyeing, garments entirely. And home textile is not significant in Bangladesh yet. It should become the next focus in the coming future, hopefully. See, the idea is that many companies, many people are trying to greenwash their products, saying that, oh, this product is sustainable. But what happens is that the end customer does not understand the real application as to what product it is. So as a company, the Green Tag, it's a platform where customers and the end consumers, they understand what sustainability is actually. You won't believe, many people have asked me, what is sustainability? Everyone is using the same word. So the Green Tag platform, the initiative was basically for this, to make people aware of how we become sustainable, what is sustainability about. And so far we have done, recently I have mentioned this, we launched quite a lot of products that requires less water. One product is that enzyme based product, is waterless. So when we did a comparison in Bangalore is a hub in garments in India. So general average costing was 28 rupees per garment, in taking account with water, overheads and everything. With our product, we saw the overall costing was coming around 7 to 8 rupees. So that's a significant improvement in just not terms of sustainability, but also in cost recovery. Like you must be knowing Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs used to say only one thing: the customer does not know what they want. And the second thing is that they've seen, one more point was, you should know customers' end requirement. So having a perspective to both angle of this view, we are doing R&D on a daily basis. Like recently there's a big change towards cost reduction while maintaining the quality. How do you do that? Because today your overhead cost, earlier as a manufacturer, companies never used to consider the cost of water. But today your ETP cost, water cost, and so many costs are already involved. So very frankly, Bangladesh has been in this COVID pandemic, very few countries has been able to sustain the growth. So saying that, I think there's a huge scope of growth here in terms of textile, and we hope there should be growth in terms of home textile and technical textile should be there. Like this COVID pandemic brought us new products which we thought would not be required in Bangladesh, like antimicrobial, flame retardants, water repellents, anti-static agents. These products were basically used in technical textile around the world, but Bangladesh was more focused towards the garmenting end of it. So that has been a good change for us, and we believe that that should allow us to focus, bring more products, and make more new developments possibly here.